Larry, Fort Worth Memories Museum and Groups, and YouTube at Fort Worth Memories. Let me see if I can get the live feed here. Okay, here we go. Let me style the video. It sprinkled on me coming in. Well, we've had too much rain. I'm done with the rain. Please let it stop raining. Today is Tuesday. It's about to kill my business. May 27th. Come on. Okay. Tell everybody good morning. And we're going to share it to the internet and to several different groups. Let me get back to the live deal. Okay, Aaron's in, and Lynn and Alan. Ginger. Okay, so supposed to have rain today, tomorrow, hell, I guess the entire week. But it's 30 or 40%, so it probably will not rain. I'm going to start off with our sponsors. Winstead Paint and Body is on White Settlement Road. Good morning to everybody. Lynn, Ginger, Maryland. They're on White Settlement Road, just a block west of Roberts Cutoff. Scott Sumner is our IT guru. He can build you a website, Brittany's in, or help you with technical issues. Alpha Design and Build is Lance Sanders. He is in the remodeling business, but they also, if you want a second story put on your house or business, they can do it. All the Blue Mound Cafes are sponsors on Fort Worth Memories. There's 5 locations, and their food never varies. I promise you, it's the same today as it was years ago. Stingers is a sports bar owned by the same folks with Blue Mound Cafe. It's in Azle. Used to be Mark Dean's Barbecue. So if you're going to go watch a game or something, that's a good place if you're out in that area. Springtown, Azle, Lake Worth. Fort Worth Florist, Jeanette and her team have been a great sponsor for Memories. I've had a lot of y'all say that the experience y'all had was super. So if you need to send flowers, funeral, wedding, just whatever, call Fort Worth Florist. Dickie Carr is Richard Carr's nephew. He's in the tree business, grateful for your trees. Now, they can do anything with trees. They can cut one down and make firewood out of it if you want. Landscaping, fences, all types of haul-off, demolition, bobcat work, retaining walls. I mean, they can do it all. Gene is in. Good morning. James is in. G2 Garage is out in the White Settlement area. Chris and his team over there have taken care of a lot of our vehicles for our members, and all have had good reviews. Feltz Family Auto Care, Burleson area. Mike Feltz and his wife, they visited with me a few months ago. They've got a great reputation out there. They're talking about making a second location in the Burleson area. Stroud Auto Supply, Danny Stroud and his wife, second generation auto supply. It's not very often you see a independent go head to head with O'Reilly's, AutoZone, all of those. They're in the Riverside, Haltom City area. Swartz and Hanson, they are our architect sponsors, very active in the bike giveaway. Rex's Bar and Grill, what can I say? This is the premier sports bar, maybe in the entire state. Looks like it belongs in Vegas. I mean, Rex Benson spared no expense. We're going to have our birthday party there July 19th. Tri-State Dent, Jason and his crew, they come to you. They'll work with you on your deductible. If it's if at all possible, some deductibles are $500, some are $1,000, some are higher than that. But they will work with you if there's any way possible. Hail damage, door dings, minor dents, all of that. Raines Plumbing, it's a family-owned plumbing company. They pride themselves in their customer satisfaction, their promptness to get out and take care of your needs. We've had several of our members use them, and they all have good 5-star reviews. Charlie Guerin, Railhead Barbecue. Charlie is our state rep. He is also on the board of directors at Larry's Kids. Very, very passionate about the bike giveaway. But Charlie's involved in all kinds of community affairs. So, Optimus Club of Fort Worth, Jeff Norman, we've had him on several times. They provide a Christmas tree for our museum here every year. They do a lot of great things for youth, both boys and girls. Old South Pancake House, another Rex Benson-owned company, 2 locations. The one on South University Drive that's next to Rex's Bar and Grill is 24/7. We just had our luncheon there last Saturday. I think everybody at the table, with the exception of Aaron, I think everybody else, well, maybe at that other table they didn't, but a lot of our members, as I did, got breakfast. Jenny Stewart, State Farm Insurance. All I do is ask you to call their office and see if they can save you money. Allstate, State Farm, Farmers, they all offer top-notch insurance. It's which one can save you the most money. Call Jenny's team and get a quote. Cross Electric, Brandon Cross, we just detailed one of his company vehicles the other day. Electrical business, anything electric, they can take care of it. Don't mess with electricity, it'll kill you. K Ranch Roofing, Jorge Hernandez is the owner. Been a roofing sponsor for many years with us. All I'm asking you to do, or if you think you might have roof damage from all these storms, high wind, hail, all of that, don't try to get up there and see if you got roof damage. Or don't look at the ceiling and say, well, there's no water coming through. It might not be yet. Call K Ranch, get Bree, she is the office manager. Get somebody out there and let them look at your roof and then come inside and discuss it with you. Maybe you don't need any roof repair. Fort Worth Lumber Company, I-35 South, huge complex down there. They have been associated with me in the bike drive sponsorship forever. These folks are super good. If you got building plans, materials, you just want to talk to somebody and bounce some ideas off them, they got a huge complex down there. Coburn's Catering, Steve Coburn, what can I say? They've been in the catering business since 1946, either catering or a cafeteria. On North Main, same location. You cannot have an event that's too big for these folks. Steve and his team does the Stock Show Rodeo every year. That's over 100,000 people. Dickie Carr, Pat and Richard Carr. Dickie Carr was Richard's father. They are active in lots of civic stuff. When I made the bicycle giveaway a nonprofit last year, Pat and Richard wrote the first check for $5,000. Thumbs up to them. Dana Lang. Dana is in the real estate business. She's very knowledgeable about Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Texas. She also likes to drive fast vehicles. We talked for a couple hours at Charlie Guerin's place, Railhead, one Saturday when we ate over there. A-Bird, AC, and Heating, Inc. Dub Peacock. So if your heat and air unit, you think it's making a strange noise, you hadn't had it checked in years, which is most of us, call Dub and get them to send somebody out to service your unit or to check it at least. Eric Walsh, super guy, on the board of directors at Larry's Kids, real estate business. Eric, everything I've ever asked him to do associated with any of this stuff we do, never a question, just I'll be there in 30 minutes. He actually called me when I was selecting the board and said, hey, I need to be on that board because I'm passionate about this. And he had been participating for years before I made a board out of it, a nonprofit. So when you see Eric, thank him. Yellow Snake Horses, Brazos River Ranch. Now is a good time. It's not too hot. Janie is watching. Now is a great time to go down there when the heat's only in the 70s or 80s to ride horses. You can ride horses for almost 2 hours for $75. You go down I-20 to Millsap, takes you about an hour, and Rhonda's got 180, 200 acres right there on the Brazos. You do not have to be a seasoned horseback rider, so all ages, go see her. Okay, so yesterday I started posting that Manny Ramirez will be on with me next Monday around 2. Somebody said, I thought we didn't do political. That's not political. I post stuff about school board meetings, all of that stuff. Manny, I've interviewed him more than 100 times. Y'all are comfortable with him. He's always shot us straight. Came back on 10 or 11 times with the CCPD explaining what all that meant because we're not knowledgeable about some of that stuff. Some of y'all are. I'm not, I can tell you. But this redistricting is, I don't really understand it, so I invited Manny because he has always been great for our group, and we've been interviewing him for years. When he was the president of the PPOA, Police Officers Association, I met Manny when he was in the gang unit. So, great guy. And if you don't want to listen to that interview, you don't have to. But anyway, the interview will be on all of our platforms. And that's it. What else? Don't know where we're eating this week. We need this rain to get out of here. Rosie's birthday was yesterday. Don't ask me how old she is. That's one thing you don't do is ask a woman her age. I can tell you the way she works, she's like a 20-year-old. Rosie's worked for me 29 years. Super nice lady. Deserves all of the happy birthdays that she got. What else? I'm trying to think. I guess that's it. I got to get out here and get open. Anybody got anything they want to discuss. Gene, I'll send you the place where we're going to eat. All of the regulars, Ginger, Gene, James, that come to our lunch club meetings, I always send you a messenger. Getting a question here, and this is not from Cleburne. Cleburne is on sabbatical, I think. They sent me a message yesterday that they're regrouping and going to have, I guess they got a little group that there's a president of it. The lady that's always contacted us told me that she has some medical issues coming up, and so there's going to be another individual, but they're still in for the bike drive. They are in for all of our stuff. Coyote infestation? Nope, I do not know that. I'll research it. Thank you. South Texas. Did y'all get paid for the holiday yesterday? I think we do. We pay for Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving. I don't know. I will ask Miss Johnson, the bookkeeping lady. Hold on, there's another one. Yeah, y'all do get paid. I think we pay for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 holidays. I don't know. If the bank's closed, we usually pay. Well, 3 of those car washes were open though yesterday in your area. So yeah, you got. Oh, I see what you're saying. If you worked it, no, you don't get. I don't know. Ask your manager. I don't think so. Aaron, one thing we don't do is talk about the city to the east by their name. So that comment comes down. We don't talk about. The only time we use that word is when we're talking about the Cowboys. The rest of the time we refer to that city as the city to the east. My rule. Yeah, we don't give them any. They got their way of doing things and we got our way of doing things. In fact, I had a guy the other day that was in from, not the other day, it's been a while. We detailed his car and I noticed it had California plates, and anyway, when Rosie finished it, she was going around it with him, showing him everything. There was a couple of rips in the carpet and he acknowledged he knew that, and he said, well, I love this work, but he said, yeah, you people over here are country, like country hicks. I said, yes, sir, and we're proud of it. And he said, well, I'm from San Francisco. And I said, you need to be 32 miles to the east. They're right up your alley. And I said, you can still drive back over here. Mr. Carter always filled up with gas before he went to the city to the east and carried a sack lunch. Junior, when he had his heart attack, he was on the turnpike and he was slumped over a sack lunch. I'd rather take a whipping than go over there. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. Don't forget that interview with Manny will be on next Monday. He's got a meeting in the stockyards, I think, at 1, and he's speaking at that. So whenever he can get over here, 2:15, 2:30. We all love and respect Manny. He has been our friend and shot us straight forever. So that's why I invited him, because I really don't know, and I've looked it up, and I'm just not knowledgeable enough to know what all of that is. I know there's controversy in it, so I'm just trying to get the real version of what all it is. And there's mayors that came out and say they're against it, and then there's the county judge that says he's for it. So there's, mixed sides here. I just want Manny to explain to us exactly what this thing is. Like the CCPD money, we didn't understand that, or some of us didn't. And Manny would come on and he would say, well, I think we're still not getting it, so I'll be back on Thursday or Friday. Then the following week he came back the initial time and 10 more times or 11 more times, and then he said, okay, we got it, and it passed. So anyway, Victor is in. Do not know where we're eating. I don't leave the county much. My kids, well, one of my kids is who you need to talk to. I don't come to any of the other places. Nope. So anyway, again, I want to keep Brandon in our prayers. The Hale family, such a sad situation. I explained to them, they've been members of our group for years. We pray together, we cry together, we are happy together, and we're more than friends, we're family. That's the way I feel about it anyway. All right, I'm going to let y'all get to your breakfast or whatever you got going. If you're going to go out and work in the yard, it's wet. Everything's still wet. So, we've got rain in the forecast until Friday, I think. Anyway, I will talk to you guys.